let's have a recap of what we have learned. So what you have learned from the previous lesson? Silva, what you have learned from the previous lesson? Yes, Mano. Okay, can you give me some types of policies? False dilemma, political policies, Gulay. Irrelevant conclusion. If you are reciting, please stand up. Okay, relevant conclusion. Bandwagon. Okay, so what are the things that you need to do if you are looking for an information? Ano yung mga bagay-bagay na dapat natin tangkilikin kapag namimili tayo ng mga information na authentic at valid? O ano? What are the things that we have to do para ma-validate natin na totoo yung mga information na ating igagamit, na ating gagamitin? Ha? Delay? Wala na mag-erase? Bueno? Ano yung mga bagay-bagay na dapat natin gawin kapag namimili tayo ng mga information na ating gagamitin sa pagsusunod ng ating academic writing? Yes, that's it. Problem ang gagawin mo sa problem. You have to give solution to a problem, okay? Another? Ikaw dami nating mga pinag-aralan. Di isa wala kayong natandaan. Multiple sources para mas maraming supported details na tama talaga yung information na nakuha natin. Okay? Huwag tayo mag-plagiarize. Okay, gagamit pa tayo ng I in writing our academic writing. Okay, so hindi. Ano yung mga dapat natin gamitin? Ha? You? Gagamit pa tayo ng you? Hindi. Okay, so madami tayong iba. Okay, so today, we're going to study the academic text structures. So when we say text structures, what comes to your mind? Text structures. We have already discussed the structures. What is structures? Kapag structures, ano? Ha? Kapag sinabi natin structures, let's define text and structure. When we say text, ano yung unang pumapasok sa isip ninyo? Text. Yes, ano? Letters. What else? Community. Any other letters like messages? What else? Come on in this part. Taylor. That is text for you. Huh? Okay, word. And how about structure? Structure. Pero, what is structure? Huh? Structure. Oh yes, why not? Connected parts or what's it? Connected parts. What else? Yes, then. Okay, organize. Okay, so now we already defined the text and the structure. So now let's put together the meanings of these two words. So first, you said that text is letters, messages, or words. So what is the word that we should use to connect this? Letters, messages, words, that? Paano natin i-connect? I-put together. So text structure. Sino makakapagbigay ng kompletong meaning using this meanings? Try. Yes. Who can give the exact meaning of text structure? No one? Ay, pasok na. Ikaw ano? Hindi ba ito ini? McDonald! Isa. Ay, kayo ito. Tatakayo lang ako. Ano? Yes, bueno. Sige na, try mo. Okay, sabi ko sa letters. No. So, ayan. Text structure. Yes, right. Okay, so, what is text structure? Okay, so, text structure, it is, let's have it. It is the way authors organize information for letters. Kamigin natin ito, letters. So, kailangan natin ng information dito, no? Information. Letters, messages, word, or information. It is the way the authors organize letters, messages, word, and information okay, next. Okay, so yan yung meaning ng ating text structure. So, ibig sabihin, ito daw yung paraan ng author na iayos kung paano yung pagkakasunod-sunod ng mga ideas, ng mga concept na gagamitin niya in writing an academic text. It is how the letters, messages, word, and information that he or she will use being organized. Okay? Kung paano niya kakayusin. Naintindihan ng text structure. So, let's do this. The following are the jumbled parts of a paper. So, nakakuha na ba yung mga parts of research paper? Okay, so not yet. So, tingnan natin kung kaya ninyo i-jumble yung pagkakasunod. Ay-ayos yung pagkakasunod-sunod. So, put them into the correct order by putting numbers to represent the sequence. Na one part sheet of paper, kindly arrange. Ay, nag-nunod na lang. Ba't ko mga toko? What number? Yung pagkakasunod-sunod na lang, ang number.
Hindi ko kaya.
Ha? Yes. EAPP, my goodness. Numbers only. No, numbers only nga.
Ay, masulta yan naman.
So you have 2 minutes. 2 minutes only to arrange the parts of research paper. Arrange. Arrange ka. Numbers only. Last 1 minute. Numbers only. Ako nyo. Sino siya? Ay. Numbers only. Ayusin nyo yung pagkakasunod. Last 30 seconds.
Ma'am, dami sa sabi ko, nakapalit ko ng mga oras. Alam, makapalit ko lang.
Okay, time's up. Stage na po. Stage. Nakang 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so bakit magaling yan recorded? Okay, so let's find out the chronological order of the parts of research paper. So what is the first? Yes, Penayo. What is the first? Title? Title page? Ayun yung pagkakasunod-sunod. Okay, so title page. Ano yung pangalawa? Abstract. Pangatlo? Contents. Pang-apat? Introduction. Pang-lima? Okay, literature. Pang-anim? Methods. Pang-walo? Discussion. Pang-lima? Ay, pang-siyam? Conclusion. And huli ay ang references. Okay, so again, what is text structure? Yes, response of. Response of. Okay, so text structure refers to how a piece of text or writing is built or put together. So what is the importance? So why we need to study on how to construct or organize text? Ano yung kahalagahan? Bakit kailangan natin pag-aralan ng text structure? Ano yung kahalagahan dito sa atin bilang mag-aral? Yes, Beno? Para? Maintindihan natin? O nga, bakit kailangan natin intindihan? Belmer? Ayun. Yes, Elizabeth. Okay, para malaman natin kung paano mag-organize ng letters or information in a text. So, bakit? Bakit ba kailangan organize yung ating gagawin? Yes, Delay. Maintindihan? Nino? Sino? Yes. The author's or our reader. Reader.
Dapat yung mga naman din.
So, there are 2 common structure ng ating pag-aaral ngayon. So, we have 3-part essay and IBRAD. But we are going to focus in 3-part essay. When we say 3-part essay, ano kaya yung mga parts ng 3-part essay na yan? Who wants to give? The parts of 3-part essay. Let's just see. Okay, very good. So, the 3-part essay are the introduction, body, and conclusion. So, now, let's first define what is essay. An essay is? Yes. Yes, fine. Bababa. Okay, so an essay is a piece of writing that usually has 5 or more paragraphs. So, maikli lang siya. Meron siyang 5 or more paragraphs daw. An essay is written about one topic that has several main points. So, isang topic lang yung ating gagawa ng essay. Pero marami siyang points. Marami siyang pinupugto. Okay? The main points are introduced in an introductory paragraph. So, yung mga main points daw ay nasa pambungal o introduction and supported in body paragraphs. So, in body paragraphs daw, ang makita natin talaga yung mga supporting details, those evidences na ating gagamitin. Okay? The conclusion is the last paragraph. Kapag sinabi natin conclusion, ito yung kamukha ng, anong part? Kaya kamukha niya? Na? Conclusion, ito kamukha ng? Is it introduction or body? Introduction. Kapag sinabi natin conclusion, ang pinagkaiba na lang, kapag sinabi natin introduction, ito ay nagsisimula sa general to specific. When we say general, mas malawak yung sakop, papunta sa pinaka-specific. Kapag naman, conclusion, ano ba ng general to specific? Specific to general. Okay, mag-umpisa tayo sa pinaka-naiintindihan hanggang sa hindi ka anong naiintindihan. So, ang specific to general. So, meron tayong converter method na sinasabi daw. Ano ba yung converter method na yan? Okay, kaya makikita ninyo, kapag kumakain ng converter, merong tinapay. No? Sa gitna naman, nakalagay na patty. Okay, so yung unang part, unang layer, na tinapay, yun yung ating introduction, and then the patty will be your the body. So, ito yung pinaka-malaman na parte. Okay? So, ganun din sa paggawa ng essay. Dapat yung una, hindi ka anong, baka paano hindi ka anong, malaman. Hindi naman yung isang malaman. Hindi ka anong mahaba. Mahaba yung ating susulat. Kapag pumunta na tayo sa pinaka-burger and pinaka-patty na, yun na yung mas pinaka-long. Longer than introduction and the conclusion. So, yung pinaka-base ng ating burger nyo, ang lakas or the conclusion. Nakikinig ba? Sige. Later. Okay. So, yan ang pagkakasunod-sunod ng ating 3-part essay. Introduction, body, and conclusion. So, ano nga ba 3-part essay structure? Pakibasa, Pisa. Ngayon, nagbayag mo ito. Okay, so introduction, body, and conclusion are the main parts of 3-part essay. The introduction and the conclusion should be shorter than the body of the text. Mas maimsikat kaysa sa body. So, let's discuss first the introduction or the first part of 3-part essay, the introduction. Yes, Beno, pakibasa.
Introduction. Its purpose is to clearly tell the reader the topic, the purpose, and significance of the paper. As a rule, like, an introduction might be between 10 and 20% of the full paper that is screening. Again, the most general information, such as background and definitions. The introduction where you show the overall topic, purpose, point of view, hypothesis, and research questions, depending on what kind of paper it is. You can say the most specific information is by the
Okay, so introduction. Its purpose is to clearly tell the reader the topic. Ano ba yung topic? What is the purpose of that paper? And the significance. When I say significance, it is importance. The importance of your paper. As an outline, an introduction might be between 10 to 20%. 10% hanggang 20% lang daw dapat ang haba no introduction kapag gagawa tayo ng 3-part essay. So, the whole paper has 3 main parts. So, the most general information such as background and or definition. So, sa introduction daw, pinag-find natin kung ano yung pinaka-topic natin. For example, ang topic ninyo ay teenage pregnancy. So, you have to define what is teenage pregnancy. Ano yung purpose mo? Bakit yun yung topic mo? Tapos sinabi nyo ano yung purpose, bakit yun yung nakikinig yung topic. And then, makinig ka lalo. And then, the significance. Ano yung kahalagahan ng topic na yun? Okay? Bakit yun yung nakikinig mo? Ano yung may tutulong nito sa kabataan or sa community. Okay? So, dapat yung topic ninyo ay mayroong purpose at significance. Hindi lang dapat, ay hindi lang basta topic ang gagawin natin. Okay, so, meron tayo dito. Example. Okay, so, meron tayong tinatawag na general statements and thesis statement. Kapag general statement, yung sinabi ko kanina, ang introduction ay mag-uumpisa sa pinaka-general, pinaka-broad, pinaka-malawak. Yes, yes.
Ano mo naman yung written?
And then, ito is specific. Okay? For example, going to a new school can be exciting. But for an international student, ano yung topic dito?
Music na. Sign na parang.
Okay, so going to a new school can be exciting. But for an international student, the years of education in a different country can be difficult and anong basa nila? Ha? Tumultuous. When I first arrived in the US to attend the university, I was overwhelmed and confused by everything new. Okay, ano makikita niyo sa general statements? Ha? Ano yung subject natin doon? Ano yung topic? Ano yung topic? Ano? Okay, pwede nagpa-transfer siya. Going to new school. Okay. And, kung makikita ninyo, may mga words na hindi natin gaano naiintindihan. Pagpili na kayo? Tumultuous. Okay, and then, susunod ako na yung thesis statement. So, kapag sinabi natin thesis statement, this is yung pinaka-topic natin. Fortunately, I met 3 very special friends who made a positive impact on my life during those years and helped me survive the trials of being a foreigner in a completely different educational system. Yan yung ating introduction. So, parang pinapakilala lang yung ating topic, kung ano yung purpose niya at importance. Okay, so the body naman tayo. Kapag sinabi natin the body, it develops the question. What is the topic about? Saan tapos daw yung topic? It may elaborate directly on the topic sentence by giving definitions, clarifications, explanations, contrasts, examples, and evidences. So dito natin makikita yung mga iba't ibang sources of information. Yung mga tao, okay, according to blah blah blah, damos yung kanyang sinabi. So that will serve as our evidences, examples, clarifications sa body natin ilalagay. So, the body is, this is considered as the heart of the essay. Ito daw yung pinaka-puso ng essay. So, it expounds specific ideas for the readers to have a better understanding of the topic. It usually the largest part of the essay. Okay, yung body daw pinaka-mahaba at pinakamalaking parte ng essay. Yan yung example. So, meron tayong topic sentence. O, ano yung pinaka-topic kasi na-define mo? One of the first people I met was Joe Frida. Yan. So, yung pinaka-topic ay, ano? Noong nag-itaw na si Joe Frida. So, meron tayong supporting sentences. And then, concluding sentences. Next, the last part. Conclusion. Okay, conclusion. It is closely related to the introduction and is often described as its mirror image. Okay, pagkawami sila. Kaya lamang, yung introduction ay nagsisimula sa general, papunta sa pinaka-specific. Kapag conclusion naman, nakikinig pa ba? Yes. Kapag conclusion, conclusion. Saan nag-umpisa? Kapag conclusion. Okay, specific, papunta sa pinaka-general. Okay, pakibasa nga, Donald. Hindi. Kayo?
Di ba kayo naman nasabi?
Opposite? To each context. Okay, so conclusion daw. This means that if the introduction begins with general, yung sinabi ko kanina, na ang conclusion ay nag-umpisa sa pinaka-specific, papunta sa pinaka-general. So the conclusion usually begins with briefly summarizing the main scope. Parang isa-summarize mo lang daw yung buong sinulat mo, makinig na, girls. Opo. Bakit wala na yung mga nag-observe, hindi na kayo. Hindi ibig sabihin hindi ko na kayo nag-grade na sa mga kanina behavior. So the conclusion usually begins by briefly summarizing the main scope or structure of the paper. Confirms the topic that was given the introduction and with more general statements. So ito daw yung pinaka-summarize or summary ng buong sinulat mo. Kaya na doon sa doon niya magbibigay ka ng pwedeng resolution kung paano mo susod yung problem. Yung tatatak na salita sa inyong mga readers. Yun yung ilalagay niyo sa conclusion. This may take the form of an evaluation of the importance of the topic. Sila daw yung kahalagahan ng topic. Implication for future research. So ano ba yung may katulong nung sinulat niyo sa mga future na gagamit nun as their related review. Okay? As their sources of information. Ano daw may tutulong nung sinulat niyo? Or a recommendation about theory or practice. Ano daw yung may re-recommend niyo para mas ma-solve daw yung problem. So yung pinaka-una niya summary of the main ideas. And then, promise or resolution. Okay, in your notebook, ito graded na. Ang purpose.
Sayang yung binder.
So write true if the statement is correct. If the statement is incorrect, write false, then change the highlighted word with the correct one. Okay, number 1. Kapag tama daw, sulat ang true. Kapag mali, sulat ang false at palitan nyo na highlight na salita ng tamang sagot. Next, number 1. Number 1. Text structure is the way authors organize information in a text. True or false. Kapag mali, palitan nyo na highlightan na phrase ng tamang sagot. Number 2, conclusion described as mirror image of introduction part. Next. The conclusion usually begins by briefly summarizing the main scope or structure of the paper, confirms the topic that was given in the introduction, ends with a more specific statement about how this topic relates to its context. Ano daw, di ba sa introduction, saan nag-uumpisa? Is it specific or general? Kapag introduction ay nag-umpisa sa dalawang yun, ano naman, or saan naman nag-umpisa ang conclusion na saan nag-umakas? Next na? Number 4, body is usually the largest part of the essay. Next. Number 5, the core of the introduction will show the overall topic, purpose, your point of view, hypothesis, or research questions, depending on what kind of paper it is. True or not? Number 6, the body develops the question, what is the topic about? Dividing develops the question, what is the topic about? Next.
Yes, ma'am.
Next. The definitions, clarifications, explanations, contrast, examples, and evidence was elaborated in the body.
Yes, ma'am.
Number 8, introduction purpose is to clearly tell the reader the topic, purpose, and significance of the paper. Number 9, as a rough guide, an introduction might be between 10 and 20% of the length of the whole paper. Is it true or false? Next. Ayan yung kamay. The introduction and the conclusion should be shorter than the body of the text.
Oh, let's check.
I see siya.
Check. Check.
Halika, ilang calls mo? O, dyan. Sino ang sumagot ng calls?
Check.
O, number 1. True. Number 2. True. Number 3. Kapag conclusion from specific to general. Okay, general ang tamang sagot. False, tapos general. Number 2. Number 4. Okay, true. 5. Ano ang tamang sagot dyan? False, pero ano pa niya? Conclusion. Okay, conclusion. Next. True. 6 true. 7. Ha? True. 8. Okay, true. 9. True. And 10. Okay, true. Ayun na. Dapat tama pa rin. Okay, so what do you think? Study and verb application of the lesson. Ano daw yung verb application ng ating topic? Okay. Bakit kailangan natin pag-aralan? Ang text structure. Ano yung may tutulong ito sa real verb? Ha? Para maging madali lang sa okay, kapag kayo na daw ang gagawa ng research, mas madali at alam natin kung paano gumawa ng paggawa ng academic writing. So what are your learnings from our lesson today? Ano yung mga naintindihan ninyo?
The 3 types of
Okay. Si scapular. Scapular, ano ang naintindihan mo sa lesson natin? So, pinagiging ka lang ng isa. Ha? Ano? Stand. Ha? Guys, it's about word. Ano pa? Si Kyle.
Iya ba naman tigil mo pa naman yun?
Anong naintindihan mo ngayon? Ano? Kyle, makikita naman isa. What are the 3 parts of essay? Okay, very good. Overall, si Edgar, anong natutunan mo today? Structure, anong structure? Anong structure? Isa. Ano ang text structure? Ano ang text structure? Ha? Ano ang text structure? O, pero? What